Hi, everybody. When I took office 7 years ago this week, more than 15% of Americans went without health insurance. For folks who did have coverage, insurance companies could deny you coverage or charge you more just because you'd been sick. And too many Americans gave up their dream of changing jobs or going back to school because they couldn't risk giving up their employer-based insurance plan. We've changed that. As the Affordable Care Act has taken effect, nearly 18 million Americans have gained coverage. In fact, for the first time ever, more than 90% of Americans are covered. Up to 129 million Americans with pre-existing conditions no longer face the risk of being denied coverage or being charged more just because they've been sick. 137 million Americans with private insurance are now guaranteed preventive care coverage. We've done all this while cutting our deficits and keeping healthcare inflation to its lowest levels in 50 years. And we've begun filling the gaps in employer-based care so that when we change jobs, lose a job, go back to school, or start that new business, we can still get coverage. If you want to know how important that is, just ask an American like Heather Bragg. Heather is a small business owner in Bluffton, South Carolina. Last year, she wrote me a letter and told me how, for years, her family had depended on her husband's job for their insurance. But thanks to the Affordable Care Act, her husband, Mike, had the freedom to switch jobs and join Heather at the small business she'd launched a few years ago.